Hello everyone, you are on the Player Review channel. In this video, you will find out whether it's worth completing one of the reviewed heroes and in which cases. Plus, we'll go through alternatives for both players. It's going to be interesting, so don't switch off. Let's start with Ruud Gullit, who has been released in an SBC for 1.2 million coins. Ruud has a unique body type with a height of 191 centimeters, various variations of lengthy acceleration, and 4+5 stars for skills and weak foot. For the chemistry style, we primarily recommend Shadow. However, you can also try Anchor, Engine, or even Hunter when playing his lone version. He has Chip Shot, Power Header, Rapid, and Golden Aerial. In terms of roles, he has Shadow Striker ++ for cam, as well as Advanced Forward for a striker and box-to-box for a central midfielder. Ruud accelerates well and maintains tempo due to lengthy. However, his main advantage is his massive body type, which is almost impossible to push off the ball. At this stage, it makes sense to use him as a box-to-box midfielder, thanks to his decent passing, excellent pace, and top-tier finishing inside the box. Gullit consistently makes runs into the penalty area, positioning himself well for a pass and regularly converting chances due to his strong shot power and finishing. Another positive is that his massive model adjusts well for shots from uncomfortable angles, as seen in this clip. Next, let's highlight his long shots. However, the card lacks key shooting playstyles like Trivela or Finesse, so it's better to go for direct long shots near the box and not overcomplicate things. That said, Trivela still works for classic green time shots from the right half space. On the other hand, his left stick leaves much to be desired, even on Engine, making one-on-one dribbles quite difficult. That's why it's best to keep it simple. Start Gullit's run from deep and feed him the ball when he gains momentum and reaches a safe passing zone. But keep in mind, the card lacks the battery playstyle, so by the 85th minute, stamina drops significantly. The same goes for Maldini, though it's less critical for him. Now, regarding defense, his off-the-ball pace is very good, allowing him to close down players quickly and make interceptions. Well, interceptions. The issue is that Gullit only intercepts balls that pass extremely close to him. Even with his long legs, his interceptions are weak, as shown in this example. He clearly lacks interception animations. Beyond weak interceptions, there's an issue with tackles due to the lack of the anticipate playstyle. This can lead to him missing tackles. You might say, but his scripting model dominates everyone. And yes, in a way, that's true. If you correctly position Gullit along the opponent's path, they will likely lose the ball upon contact. But it's not about scripts, it's about his massive body type. Even Vieira wouldn't be as dominant without his playstyles and only his physique. Gullit often lacks mobility due to the absence of jockey and precision in tackles because of the missing anticipate. Regarding his golden aerial and tall stature, it's a huge advantage if you know how to take corners. Sure, you could play him at cam with a shadow striker role and cross to him from the wing, but that's a niche strategy hardly anyone uses. To sum up, as you've probably noticed, Gullit lacks some playstyles, which is crucial in the current game. In previous versions, where playstyles weren't as decisive, Gullit's sheer presence was enough to be meta. This year, things are a bit different. Yes, he's still a tank, powerful, dominant, and clinical, but he truly lacks key playstyles, at least for now, with so many affordable cards available. While those cards might not have his body type, they excel thanks to their playstyles, which are critical this year. Plus, in the current gameplay, it's better to have more agile midfielders, unless we're talking about a pure CDM, not to mention the importance of passing playstyles. On the other hand, Gullit's relatively low rating suggests strong evolution potential in the near future. And indeed, evolutions for him will 100% come soon. However, we wouldn't rush to upgrade, as EA Sports won't release top-tier evolutions for a 90 rated card immediately. So if you complete Gullit now, you'll have to wait before a strong evolution becomes available. Strictly speaking, Gullit has no true alternatives because of his unique body type. The cards in your squad likely surpass him in playstyles and roles, but not in physical presence. Maybe Billing is worth mentioning due to his 2-meter height. As you can see, he's dirt cheap but has several useful playstyles. No, he's nowhere near Gullit, but if you like tall midfielders, he's worth a look. Lucas is interesting after a few evolutions. Again, he's not Gullit in terms of body type, but he's quick, tall, and has solid playstyles post-evolutions. Yaya Toure also comes to mind. Better in terms of playstyles, but again loses in physique, despite having good height. As you can see, all the closest comparisons excel in playstyles but fall short in body type, so we recommend playing several matches with his lone version, ideally more, to see if Gullit suits you. One final tip: if you genuinely want Gullit in your squad, go ahead and complete him, play, and wait for evolutions. But if you have any doubts, it's better to skip him or wait for the right evolution before completing, just like what happened with Stam's card, which can now receive Anticipate. We give Ruud Gullit an 8.5 rating for card quality and remind you that detailed ratings will be available tomorrow in our Twitter. For SBC value, he scores 9. As you know, in EAFC 25, the rewards for the Weekend League are awesome, which means that the game has become much harder to play. Our boosters will help you to get the best rewards. Write in, because the number of spots is limited. And don't forget that we also sell coins at a cheap price. All links in the description. Now let's take a closer look at the legendary Paolo Maldini, who may have already been released in SBC by the time you're watching this or will be coming out very soon. Maldini has a medium body type with a height of 186 centimeters. He primarily has a lengthy acceleration type and 2+4 stars for skill moves and weak foot. For the chemistry style, we recommend Shadow at this stage of the game. Key playstyles include Jockey, Intercept, Anticipate, a Golden Slide Tackle, and a Silver Aerial. His roles include Defender and Stopper ++ as well as fullback for the left back position. However, we wouldn't advise using him there, considering his 80 stamina and the lack of a battery. Let's start with the fact that Maldini still has excellent pace and a well-balanced lengthy acceleration, so you won't have any problems with speed. Moreover, he has great acceleration overall, allowing him to reach an opponent in just a couple of steps. Acceleration has become even more important for center backs after the major patch. Maldini is often the first to reach the ball in contested passes or through balls, not due to his strength but because of his great speed and acceleration. His physical strength isn't top tier, so he won't be able to push back or outmuscle large and powerful strikers. However, smaller opponents often struggle when colliding with Maldini, as seen in this situation inside the penalty box. That said, he won't be dominating every opponent in duels, including aerial battles. Yes, Maldini's physicality isn't the strongest, but it's usually enough for most situations. Besides, his main advantage is a great balance of speed, strength, and agility, making him an incredibly well-rounded center back. His tackling is extremely precise due to both his stats and the Silver Anticipate playstyle. Thanks to Anticipate, he can make more extended and accurate lunges for the ball. Yes, he won't always keep possession after a tackle, but the key is that his challenges are much more precise, reducing the risk of fouls. But most importantly, his animations are top tier. He executes precise long leg tackles as seen in this clip. He also performs well-timed lunges, like in this moment, or he jumps in for interceptions with a great diving animation, as shown here. Of course, this also applies to his interceptions. His defensive reach is wider thanks to his animations. That said, there was this one frustrating instance where he missed the ball completely, but this was an exception. In all other cases, Maldini consistently cut out passes from the opponent. What he really lacks is a playstyle for blocking shots. This reminded us of Carlos Alberto's card, meaning you must position yourself very accurately for automatic shot blocks. Still, let's not overlook his Golden Slide Tackle. While not the most crucial playstyle, it can be useful for aggressive stops where the ball often remains under your control. Speaking of defensive positioning, he excels at reading the game, despite having only 1 star for the defender role. To summarize, Maldini remains an outstanding card, even better than last year's version due to his playstyles. Unlike Gullit, who lacks essential playstyles but has great evolution potential, Maldini already has solid playstyles, but due to his high rating, we likely won't see evolutions for him anytime soon. If we had to choose just one SBC card to complete right now, we'd go with Maldini. Again, at the time of recording this video, he hasn't been released in SBC yet, but he will likely be similarly priced. On the other hand, if you have already upgraded Stam and given him Anticipate, you're probably not interested in any defenders aside from Totti van Dijk, for example. As much as we like Carlos Alberto, we'd still prefer Maldini as a center back. He's just as fast, larger in size, and still quite agile. However, we wouldn't replace Ferdinand, Araujo, or Saliba. They are all clearly better than Maldini. Thuram shouldn't be replaced either, though you could move him to the right if needed, but given Thuram's rating, an evolution upgrade for him is also likely in the near future. If you have a limited budget and need an Italian icon, Nesta is worth considering. Some might even prefer him over Maldini. Overall, only complete Maldini's SBC if you played with him in previous FIFA versions and truly enjoyed him. The card doesn't have anything uniquely special, but if having one of your favorite players in your squad brings you more joy, then that's what matters most. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and we'll try to respond quickly. And don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with the latest and most interesting reviews. We give Maldini a rating of 8.9 for his overall card quality. And as always, detailed ratings will be available tomorrow in our Twitter. As for his SBC value, we won't rate it yet since he hasn't been released at the time of this recording. However, we estimate his price to be around 1 million coins, which seems fair given his market value. Thanks for watching until the end and see you in the next videos.